So one of the fantastic tests that we have at Mullen Natural Health Centre is what's called our microscopic blood analysis, and it's something that your naturopath might actually refer for you to have tested or have done. Now, imagine it's a bit like having a look under the bonnet of your car. If you're having car trouble, if you don't have a look under the bonnet, how are you going to really find out what's going on? So microscopic blood is that, having a look under the bonnet, seeing what's going on the inside. Now, this test tells us a lot about your gut health particularly. First up, it tells us about certain deficiencies, and deficiencies show up in microscopic blood when we look at the size of your red blood cells. So sometimes if they're too small, it can indicate low iron. If they're bigger than normal, and you can see on here some of these ones are actually a little bit bigger, that can actually indicate a bit of low B12. Tells us about essential fatty acids, whether you're high or low. Particularly what it's good for is telling us about the gut, and particularly what we call gut wall inflammation. You know, doctors call this irritable bowel. It can be an indication of what we call leaky gut as well. This test tells us, or tells the practitioner, if your liver's actually under stress. Not that there's a problem with your liver, but that your liver, which is one of our major filters, may be a bit overloaded, and you may need to do some dietary change, like, you know, cutting down on caffeine and alcohol, as well as maybe a few other things. And it also tells us about your immune profile. It tells us whether there could be allergies or parasites, even a gut bug going on. It tells us whether you may actually have a virus in your system that you're fighting off at that time. It tells us also, and we see this a lot, where your immune system might actually be a little bit exhausted and need a little bit of help. So as I said, it's a great test. It really gives us a good look under the bonnet and gives us a great place to start when we want to start to talk with you then about diet and what foods you're eating and what foods are going to, you know, reduce inflammation in your system, particularly when we're talking about gut, liver, and immune.